Yeah, and Victor on the Neon as well. I mean, they've pulled it out. It's a role that he's been playing more and more of. Yay.
It's a great start.
Yeah, tries to play in the corner. Quick little whip around. Victor's taken out as well. Luckily, the trade was there as Crashies was watching it, but still going to be moving into this one with a player disadvantage. And the guard setting up those post plants. You can see it. Jonah P just holding a piece of utility, either to flash or the aftershock, something in line.
Yeah, he's ready to pop this. Looks like off the contact from Trent.
Crashes up top.
Got a flash coming out.
Knife in the pot flash. Crashes wants to try and capitalize, but Jonah P, he's healthy. Takes him out. Marth now just trying to go for the double swing here, but FNS is left alone. Just a 1v3 with a Paranoia and a swing. Great timing of that one. The guard.
It's a good start.
Win. Tool, another ultimate they can use. Quick clear there. Trent with the Trailblazer. Up top, though, that does spot Marth. He sends out the utility. Still wants to hold it down. Dodges the flash. Trent is going to be up to him to try and win it, but the spray down. Marth is ready for it. A quick dash up to the side. Sire player is on point. Valen as well, close behind him.
Valen does amazingly there. Victor with the swing, trying to trade him out. Valen's good for 2. 3v2 in the post plant here as Yay Crashies come to see if they can get the job done. Flash allows Yay to drop down. Not good enough. Crashies left in a 1v3.
Yeah, Crashies does take out one of the targets, tries to make the swing. But net, that's a shutdown for him. And
if we want to talk a little bit about how the guard approached that from a macro sense, they didn't really throw too many looks towards B or C at all on that round. They had the stun, the fault line that went towards A, and then they essentially just committed to the site. Here's that trade that I was talking about. Valen manages to take out Victor, as Victor has a wonderful timing on it. Nothing wrong with how the guard how OpTic played that.
Yeah.
But Valen finds just the perfect moment.
Comes through, quick little dodge, and that means the Seekers are still in play. But that KO nade is great at splitting up Sire player. Anyone from OpTic able to disrupt it? Not quite. It's going to be control of the B side taken with the spike down now. The post plants can start to be played, but it looks like OpTic trying to play a bit fast there with the flash that was sent in.
The garage push here would be phenomenal decision-making by the guard, and it looks like that's what they're going to do. Trent taking that area of the map, backing out of it for the moment. If you just try and spam this post plant, it ends up being such RNG a lot of the time.
Caught in the fault line.
And Marv's behind them.
Yeah, surely the smoke is going to fade with the trademark ticked off. They got to know that Marv is currently flanking, but is anybody watching it? Pushing through the players. Far too many from the guard just watching that one sight line. And, yeah, unfortunate for Marv, honestly, just
got caught in the trademark.
Making himself aware from the trademark, right, when he was trying to flank.
Yeah, his flanks were amazing on Icebox, and he just didn't quite catch the timing there. Valen, you can see him pinging it out for the rest of his team, and they do manage to just catch the player that was on the defuse. Net has garage control. He's going to tell Sire player to meet up with him. Looks like the push is going to pinch through C.
Oh my goodness, Yay! You can always count on him, man. You can always count on him to turn around these rounds. They have no right winning. Obviously, it was FNS who got that opening, but Yay's the one who's re-clearing. Now the Trailblazer, they spotted him. They know where he is, and they want to try and play aggressively right around the corner. Regaining the rifles, taking them out from their opponents here. But Jonah Peters timing the swing coming straight through into C. And now Trent, he's being pressured. The Paranoia. It's a lovely little combination of utility from OpTic and Crashies. Nice aim, thrifty win for OpTic.
What a spectacular round. It's Yay's tour de force that really makes it work. Brent, they pop that a lot on eco rounds. Oh, Net's elbows just took out, but it's the kill on Sire player that's the spectacular one, just as he's slinking around the door.
You want to play? Let's play.
Powerful agent, but in the hands of Yay. See this fast approach now being taken here by the guard. And Valen actually sticks his ultimate. He's up in heaven. Has to be re-cleared now by OpTic.
But all of the pace of that was taken out by FNS's knife. The 0 point caught onto Sire player and removed his jet knives.
Quick little TP's lucky that nobody was watching that sight line. Could have been disastrous for him. Deeper flash now. Trailblazer.
The dog gets so deep.
Catches onto Trent, and now you see the engagement. OpTic, they've committed so much utility straight out of it. Victor, he's in the fight. He's in the thick of it. And the rest of his team follows up beautifully.
That Sire player, he just
can't
can't
do
use his
anything.
ultimate. The Blade Storm completely offline, only just now coming back.
And he's got a hell of a task ahead of him. Quick dash in! Kills the diffuser, but not enough. Yay! So consistent. As hairy as that was, man. OpTic gonna be taking that one away. That was so close.
That was wild, especially considering that Sire player only had his Blade Storm online for, what, a quarter of the round? getting hit by a 0 point early and then FNS's ultimate itself.
Victor.
But this is so good by Victor. That's because of how much information Crashy's got with his dog. The dog went running on in, woof woof, sees everything, and there's just a single player at default.
Yep.
What's that, Lassie? There's one player at default?
Yeah, that was sublime from Victor as well. Just when I was talking him up as well to have that good performance, but again, an injection, the tempo increased. The guard not wasting any time as Sireplay, he's dashed all the way into the side. Pop flash from FNS, doesn't catch on to any players, but again, the dog just pointing and giving all that information. Still Sireplay wants to try and take command along with Jonah P, but they're a little bit out of sync, and no one has dealt with Marved at the back of the plat. Still holding it down, but the flash is immense. The door! You've got to be kidding me!
It's absolute filth from Victor. That is another. That's another 1v2, Bren. I mean, just chalk it up. Another one on the stats. They lined up perfectly for him, but they had no idea where Victor was positioned. And from the guard's perspective, I love how they cleared Marved out from the back here. They took a moment, used the Sky Flash.
He triggered the trademark on the flank.
I'm not even sure that Victor knew there was another player there. Yeah, you should always be aware of your opponent's ultimates because they're going to build a game plan around them. Great flash pushes Ye off the angle all the way back towards A right now. And this, I think, is going to break the garage setup too. Yeah, Victor, Crashy start rotating as they realize it's probably an A push.
Well, Paranoia, fault line, flash over the top, the guard. They perfectly space it all out.
And FNS didn't even know where he died from, so he couldn't give that info to the rest of his team. Here comes Victor!
Just run straight in, ultimate popped off, but shut down. Sireplay holding it close, and now up to Trent. Punish coming through, but the teammates. Sireplay just trying to watch his back, and at the same time, OpTic going to be wishing they had somebody watching theirs. Net with a beautiful look through mid.
The Guard are finding a lot of success towards just popping into A. If they wait for long enough, then OpTic's early round A lobby control doesn't actually become as useful. They lose information towards there. And this play, as they hit the site, sets up Sireplay beautifully. The trade playing inside the smoke as well, making sure to punish Victor. And then pushing the players, or punishing the players rather, that are pushed up as Victor goes for a play right now.
Yeah. This is where you could see potential for things to go wrong for them. Obviously, when you give up space like this and try to retake it, because OpTic, with the money situation, they're going to be taking a lot more risks. You can see it firsthand right here. Victor pushed all the way up and they don't clear it. 2 shots rattled off. Weaponry found. He's going to score that one back, and look at that. Whips out of the line of sight. Sireplay can't even take him out.
No chance. No, the best reflexes in the world couldn't hit that one.
And that's why sometimes it is dangerous to slow play against the ecos.
Of course. Of course, you've got, there is such a thing as having too much respect against an opponent. And OpTic have been allowed a lifeline here.
30
Round 11,
left.
they saved. And yeah, they're having one delivered to them. Ye's in a great position again. He knows exactly where Sire is, and they didn't clear the right-hand side. That is not just a thrifty, that's a flawless. OpTic were in control the entire time. Ye hitting shots, Victor pushed deep down mid.
Yeah.
What a difference that one makes.
Unsupported as well, but still able to rattle off the shots and make sure that you can find value. It's so dangerous going up against them as well. These eco rounds.
And Trent swings in short there, but just gives Ye the timing. Didn't even spot that one, actually. The FNS just...
through the smoke.
Yeah, predicted that. I mean, you know exactly where Sireplay is going to be playing there. And Ye's going to tell him that he updrafted. So this means OpTic have a chance to tie up the half, buying into the final round.
Let's play.
A deeper flash there. It's going to get them a lot of information. The Blade Storm, Sireplay at the updraft, and the team wants to put and apply that pressure. Crashies just trying to sidestep it, and he's going to be giving up the site entirely. OpTic looking to play the retake here.
It's a good execute, but they've used a lot of utility, and OpTic have been able to save theirs. Still have a flash. Victor, I mean, FNS still with 2 of them as well. Golden ultimate gets broken itself back.
Yeah, it just gets a bit of information of who might be playing now, I suppose, but the spam, Valen, is falling quite low. Now you see the engagement, Paranoia all the way through. Victor wants to just commit all of his stuns as well into it, but Trent just moves around the back. The spray control is immense. Has to lock this one through. Him and Net versus Ye, El Diablo. He'd love to clutch this one up for them, but when the Tour de Force is in play, it's almost an impossibility.
Extremely difficult for him to be able to pull out there. So it is a 7-5 half in the end for the Guard, which I think is good, of course, and they've had the momentum for the majority of it. But overall, OpTic are going to be fairly happy about that too. With this retake, sure, it doesn't work for them because Trent comes up with a great play, but you can see how happy they are execing into sights.
Doesn't seem like they're disheartened. The contact play all the way into A.
What a wild contact play. FNS,
No noise.
calling this one, and it's absolutely silent. And they are so deep before Net even realizes from his position in heaven.
Right into the corner, and now Victor trying to play in hell here with the smoke popped off the stun to try and disrupt the Trailblazer, making sure it can't get any value, but this lurk now into mid by Marv. He's just trying to catch the perfect timing still. This retake, it's coming so rapidly. The trade is there as Trent will find Crashies, but where is Marv? The timing's just not quite there.
It's not there at all. Marv's lurks, they were impeccable on Icebox. But it's not going to work this time. The guard take an absolutely pivotal pistol. Round 15, the bonus for the guard. What have they got cooked up? Not going to be an A lobby push here. Instead, Sire with the knives heading down C long.
And they're meeting him head on. The Paranoia dashes past the Trailblazer. And the final knife just to reset it. Sire player with 2. You have got to be kidding me.
That is such a good play. The fact he dodges the utility coming out from Crashies too. The dog takes a dive.
That's unbelievable.
And he just goes straight past
And they've got spike control.
Yeah.
It's dropped down. What a play to cook up. And Josh,
That's gorgeous. I mean, just coming straight out of the timeout too.
you've got to think about the mind games of this as well. You're thinking bonus round, okay.
One enemy remaining.
Well, a little bit rough there, but got it eventually. And look at the setup they've got as well. As soon as a player on the guard takes contact, okay. Flash doesn't get any information. Jonathan's holding the stun, and enough players watching the angle that Victor doesn't get much done. And what a play to come up with as well. The guard, I mean, as well, if you're acutely watching the stream, you'll notice that the guard were leaning towards A on their bonus before they called the timeout.
Were they really?
Yeah, they were leaning towards A. The
That's-
original plan was to push like they usually do. And it was a complete change to the other side of the map.
That's wild. I don't think I've ever really seen. I mean, that's a Korean jet moment coming out from Sire
yeah.
player.
And how fast Sire player is able to take space there on top of the bricks to watch that angle down, but the anticipated contact play here by OpTic again. It's like another B-leaning play with the trademark destroyed. Trent is ready for it, but as the crossfire is enabled, OpTic are such a scary team. Rifle picked up, but eventually put back down again as Crashies is sent back to the respawn queue. Has to watch his team try and close out this round without him. Quick little swing!
What a
Yay!
push.
Beautiful win.
What a push, what a timing for Ye to find. And the flash, it catches Sire player even though they have no idea it did so. They must know that Sire player was playing over towards the A side of
What can
things.
he do, Josh, with this operator, man?
So difficult in a 1v2 clutch.
Gets the first one. Does not know where the second player is. The updraft into the cloudburst. A little bit delayed in terms of the inputs, and it means that FNS knew exactly where he was. A thrifty win again for OpTic.
It's just wild. These teams are just going back and forth on the thrifties. They find so many opportunities, and I liked the guard setup. They had a trademark at the front of B. I mean, maybe we'll see it here. Yeah, trademark prompts a flash, but Crashies hits a gorgeous shot onto Trent, and then Jonah P just swings too far to try and punish Crashies.
Oh my god, nice round.
Looks like they're headed towards B once again, and they know what that defensive setup looked like. KO nade over in the corner from FNS.
But look at this. The setup that's being played here with the Rolling Thunder. Jonah P is ready for this. They're trying to play to disrupt this plant. And it gets tapped there by Crashies. They're trying to force out the ultimate. It's a bait by OpTic.
And they get everything. They're back through garage.
This quick swing comes through. They're trying to get these pickoffs. Still the guard. With an F's falling, Trent flashes through into the backside of it. Marved has to hold this down while Ye plants.
It looks
Flash
like
though.
an amazing position, but they knew he was there.
And Marv 66 health. So much pressure on his shoulders now. Ye able to hold down at garage angle with the operator. Quick little updraft as well. They're swinging from 2 different elevations. Ye has fallen. Marv, it's a 1v2. He'd love to win this out for his team. 66 health. Tries to go for the tap, but the swing timing again from Sire player. Amazing spacing.
Just perfect play from the guard in that 1v2 towards the end. Jonah P with a very small jiggle, and then Sire player Ferrari swings out as Jonah P backs off. Couldn't have played that angle better. But this round overall was beautiful from OpTic.
Yeah.
The idea that they had and the call from FNS,
Just that macro idea to bait and pull the ults out.
they read it perfectly.
It was great.
They knew exactly which players were going to be playing to defend B. They knew they were going to be playing retake. And they knew that that breach ult would get forced out.
But It didn't matter.
It didn't matter in the end, not one bit. And OpTic, 6-11 down right now, struggling to really find themselves a value on the executes, I think.
Cover going down. Well, Josh, you were talking about his tour de force usage. He's found a massive one. That opening pick, Victor just running all the way into the back of the site, and Jonah P, okay. Just staring at the side profile of Crashies for a second, admiring it, and now you see the recontest, the flash, right into mid. Marv just completely blind. Yado, a quick scope, has to whip out a headhunter as he's stunned up, just right round, but not able to get his way out of that one.
And I really feel like Trent is starting to come online here in the later moments of this map.
Yeah.
He's 14-10 right now. Sure, not dominating the server, not top fragging. Saya's doing that by a long shot. But Trent's had these moments in these rounds where he's able to get aggressive and show us some of that flair that he's been so good at. This round, though, was on Jonah B. He just happened to be in the perfect situation. Here's the A push.
Oh,
the one that I was talking about before from the guard. This is it coming out right here. 4-person push.
It's a quad push. And they've done it enough, but I believe the first time they pulled it out in this match. And this map. Yado trying to hold this one forwards, and here it is. The players, they just have the numbers advantage. The guards are able to just swarm it through, and they just leave Net to hold it low, and still as a lurk all the way through. Net just a quick swing, has the TP, but FNS has done the wiser.
Down B.
And what a play. It's such a classic. Straight from the playbook of the guard. And they close it out with a prime game in Flawless. That's a way to get the confidence back for the youngest roster at this event. Rookies with very little experience, but they've taken it away on OpTic's map pick.